This marks the end of today's lecture. Very quickly, we will go through the key lessons. Number one, death is a reality. Eventually, everyone dies. So it is better to die as a believer versus non-believer. So we saw Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala multiple times said, um, even if you die in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or if you are sitting at the comfort of your home. And this is the answer to all the hypocrites and the non-believers who thought that, oh, if we would not have been fighting in the battle of Uhud, the Muslims suffered so many losses, then those people, they could have been alive here as well. And all of the things that they were thinking or talking at that point in time, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told them that everyone eventually dies, regardless of if you are in the war or if you are hiding inside your home. Eventually you will yourself walk out of your house and go to the place of death that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has decreed for you. So no one gets saved, and this is a reality for today as well. Be a Muslim, non-Muslim, whatever you follow, be a female, male, child, everybody eventually dies. And for us, the key lesson from this entire account is that we should better die as believers versus being non-believers. The other lesson that we learned is that we should not have hasra or regret, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's plan is the best. Believers reconcile to the plan of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They are at peace with what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives them. And I think we got some amazing examples from you guys as well. And even so, if you're losing a loved one, it is destined from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and eventually all of us will go back to him. Yes, we can be sad, but we should not be thinking like disbelievers, oh, what if that would have happened, and what if that doctor or that hospital of this. So these things we should not think. Once it has happened, and once you have tried your best, then you should be content with the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is the way of the disbelievers that they continue, their mind continues to get occupied with, oh, what if that could have happened or that could have happened. And this way they are not able to get out of the grief. So this is the curse of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on them. For us, the blessing is, we know that regardless of who amongst our loved ones goes, obviously we feel sad, but there should be contentment in our hearts that inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi rajiun, right? We say this when we suffer a loss or when someone passes away, because we know that eventually we all will return to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This should provide us contentment. Then we earn a very valuable lesson on leadership. After the Muslims suffered the losses during, and some of them made a mistake, did not listen to an order. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brought down this ayah to the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as a lesson of leadership on how to deal with those people who had made that mistake. So the first point was they have to be lenient, because if you are harsh with them, then they can disperse and they can go away. So be lenient, forgive them, cover them up, pray for them, ask for their forgiveness when you ask for your own forgiveness when you are alone. So ask for their forgiveness. That means you even cover for them as a true leader. You have to consult with them again to revive confidence, because it cannot be that you stop talking to them and now you're not relying on them, and they're in their heart feeling, did the leader really truly forgive me, or is he still thinking bad about me? So it is very important to again consult them and bring them into important decisions, to bridge together that confidence amongst you as a leader. And we learned that leadership is not just about leading a community or a government or an army or being a general, but leadership is also across all of us. It can be a sports team, it can be an emergency firefighting team, it can be a household where a person is a leader of the house, it can be a teacher leading a student, it can be any situation where a person is leading or guiding a group of people. So if someone makes a mistake, then these are the steps that they have to follow. Be lenient, forgive them, cover for them, consult with them again to revive that confidence, and eventually trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala once the decision has been made after a consultation. It can be any cause, it can be any objective that the team is trying to achieve. I think this is an amazing lesson on leadership for any time of teamwork. And then finally, this is a concept that we learned. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions disaster strikes because of our own fault, but by the permission, and also by the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So these two things come together here. It is our fault when we are not listening to an order and some bad thing happens to us. However, it happens with the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that means the action for us is, we cannot let go of our responsibility. We have to try our best not to make a mistake, And we should also pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for his mercy, because everything is happening with the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if we genuinely put a good effort in any task, in anything, and if we ask for the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and if there was a mistake that was about to be made, any genuine mistake, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala may reverse it as well, because everything is happening by his permission. So we should continue to ask for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's mercy. We are a bit over time today.